Hello there and welcome back to this channel. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to this channel, and if you enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for joining me for part 13 of this Final Fantasy VII original walkthrough. I'll be heading to Fort Condor. In the last video I mentioned that over in this direction you can obtain an optional character, Yuffie. I've actually obtained her. I did it off stream because sometimes it can take quite a few attempts to get her, but I'll briefly explain how you do that. You'll see in the distance there are 3 patches of forest. If you go and run around in those, eventually you will encounter a human enemy, and that will be Yuffie. All you have to do is defeat her. Doesn't take much. You use the summon material once or twice and that's it. And then there is a certain selection of dialogue that you go through in order to obtain her. My suggestion would be to save before every battle in these. That way, if you select the wrong dialogue and you end up losing her, then you'll be able to go back and do it again. But up here there is Fort Condor, which I'm going to head to now. This is also optional. You don't have to go here, and it doesn't add or take anything away from the actual main plot of the game, but it is a sort of interesting little side quest, and I do think that you maybe get something out of it in terms of items, so I'm going to head up here. This is one of many mini-games in Final Fantasy VII, and it's actually one of the more enjoyable ones. I always enjoyed this part of the game. There are a few items you can buy here as well. So it's a good idea to save at this point. You're not guaranteed to get this battle right first time. It is fairly easy, but it's not a done deal. So it's best just to save here. So there's some stuff that you can buy here. I think there's some weapons. For some reason I'd got it into my head that there was weapons available to buy here, but I see that that's not the case. And I have all of these, so... It's now on to do the battle itself. Luckily I have plenty of gil by this point, which is just as well because this does tend to take up a lot of your money. To be honest, you don't really need that much background information. Once you start this, it becomes pretty clear what it is. Yeah, it becomes clear quite quickly what it is you're meant to do. So... Now the defenders have one of the highest HPs, so it's best to put them further up. They have a 200 HP, which is quite high. Best just to scroll through them all. Yeah, the fighters are the best ones, 200 HP. Then there's the defenders. They have the highest HP, but put them further up. I always found that that strategy worked for me in the past. Depending on how much money you have at this point in the game, you should be able to do this really easily. Then, for the time being, put a defender there, one there. one there, and one there as well, just to be on the safe side. And that should be fine to start off with. But you can put more troops out in the middle of the battle. In fact, I think maybe I'll just put one here and just set this in motion. Otherwise it goes a bit slow. I think you can turn the speed up though. Yeah, you can. You use R2 to increase the speed. So yeah, depending on how much money you have, this really should be fairly straightforward. The key is to not let them get too far up, because if they reach the top, I think that's it, over and done with. So it's a good idea to send quite a few of them down to attack this thing as well, because it is the main boss. Could possibly start sending some of these down now. So yeah, just gradually send them all down to take care of this main boss. And you've still got all the defenders up there, so it's fine. Shouldn't really take too much more time. It's at 154 HP. So, yeah, should be dead soon. Yeah, so you see that was really pretty straightforward. But again, the more money you have, the easier it is. So that's what you get if you complete this. The magic comb, I think, is a weapon that can be used by Red 13. So that actually took a lot less time than I expected it to. These weapons are always a good idea to equip because they have double growth, as you can see there. If you can find weapons and an armour which has double, or in some cases even triple growth, you should equip them for, you know, pretty much all the time. They really are useful. So I've been doing quite a bit of grinding, not on stream obviously, so I think I might go and try and kill this Midgar Zolom. So it should prove a lot easier now. So hopefully this will work out better than it does slightly earlier on. From what I can recall and from what I've seen, one of the best strategies is to use poison and let that gradually poison will gradually reduce its HP. And I've actually just realised that I've done that wrong. I should have equipped the enemy skill materia. Hopefully I'll be able to escape and rectify that. If you're going to fight the Midgar Zolom, always equip the enemy skill materia because it has an enemy skill which is really good. So I'll just save again. Try that again. I don't think this will get rid of him. No. The only slight issue here is that the bio isn't actually poisoning it. It's not turning green like enemies do when they've been poisoned. And I can't... not sure why. There we go. That's it. Good. Oh dear. Well, I wasn't anticipating that. I'll try again later. For now, I'm going to head on to Junin Harbour, which is the next part of the game. So I'll move on to Junin Harbour in the next part of this walkthrough. Thank you for joining me for part 13 of this Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to this channel. Bye for now.